why is this? Print can be very personal, right? And personal is one of the things that everybody wants to be as a brand manager. I got to make it personal to you so you get engaged. And some of the recipients will say they read 76%, they state they read the mail from retailers. Again, the numbers are really interesting, especially if you get down to the 18 to 49-year-old men are reading more mail than they ever did before, right? Now, these aren't postal studies, by the way. I don't make this stuff up. Doug makes it up, but I don't make this stuff up, right? Readership has increased among women of all ages, as with men, especially in the 35 to 49. So there's study after study saying that people like print. All right, and we love it because it drives an ROI for the businesses that are using it and the marketers that are using it. You can actually measure this. You know exactly what you're going to get back when you start putting print in the mix. Magazines, which I find these two stats pretty fascinating. Cost per individual impact for purchase intent is $1.23 for a magazine versus $1.77 for TV and $2.61 for online. That's really surprised me, but it's cheaper to do personal impact, have more impact through a magazine. And then the reach per thousand, I can get to 181 people for $1,000 in magazine versus 101 on TV and 100 online and 100 for TV. So magazines are very powerful. You'll soon see in the May edition of a lot of magazines that they're going back out to really try to sell some ad space, and about 6 different brands have gotten together and said we're all going to have this massive advertising campaign and driving people back into magazines. All right, sustainable. I think a couple of the speakers may talk about this. This is one of those issues where people say, yeah, you know what? I don't want 53% of the landfill coming in my mailbox. And it's all about perceptions, and it's a big number. 53% of the people think most of the landfill is direct mail or print. The fact of the matter is it's less than 2%. So there's a lot of story behind the fact of sustainability. When I listen to a paper company talk about this, they make so much sense. They say, hey, the thing that by 2 core products of water and trees, why would I do anything to affect that other than making more of them? And so to that point, it's the bottom fact there. Number of trees planted, 1.7 million a day. The industry plants 3 trees for every 1 harvested. I think that number is actually closer to 5 now. And if you want to get mad about someone using trees a lot and you think it's paper companies, take a look at the builders. The home builders using all the wood in those homes, planting trees. They're not the same as the paper company who is fully engaged in sustainability. I love the bottom one, downcycling. Paper can be recycled 7 to 8 times. What starts off as a beautiful color brochures that you've got ends up in cardboard boxes downcycled. So there's a lot of recycling that goes on within this industry, and I've talked to a lot of younger kids, and they say, well, I don't want to do paper, I don't want print in my media mix because of the sustainability issues. And we start talking to them about it, and they start thinking, how long does it take a disc to, go through recycling? Well, I don't think it does. Is the answer. Or how much power does it take to run 250,000 Google servers? Right? So you have to start thinking about the full expanse of the sustainability issue. It's engaging. Now this gets to the point of people using what comes in their mailbox, what comes in the newspapers, what's in the magazines. The fact is a lot of people use coupons. You guys use coupons when you go shopping? I mean, we've now become a coupon world all over again, right? And if you think about the young kids, they don't usually subscribe to magazines or newspapers. One of their best sources for coupons is through the mail. And they actually they don't have money because they're still paying the college loans, right? So they love the fact that they get coupons in the mail. And I think this gets to the whole point of using newspaper coupons. So I'm talking about newspapers here. Postal Guy, that's kind of nice, isn't it? I'm talking about my competition. All right, integrated campaigns. Ben talked about this a little bit. The whole idea is that it has to be multi-channel. You're going to get your biggest bang for your buck when you put all the medias together. The fun part's trying to figure out which one gets what. There's a study done by Ball State University about people that use more than one media at a time. And start thinking about that. If I'm sitting in front of a TV looking at a newspaper and maybe on my computer Googling something at the same time. How much time are you focusing on each media, right? And usually when people are doing their mail, they're focused on the mail. And again, this is just saying, hey, when I do a multimedia campaign, I get a bigger bang for my buck. I think that's given nowadays.